We've got smoke, 3. We've got ignition, 2, 1. We've got RIP takeoff. Welcome to another edition of Self Luv Show. Tonight, as you can see, we're continuing our riveting series. This is volume 12. Volume fuck 12, huh? This is volume fuck 12 in the series, 187 bars. RIP, MO3, condolences to his family. So we're in celebration. This is a celebration of his life, his legacy. All right, Chi-Town, kick it when you're ready, baby pops. Please like, share, subscribe. We'll start shortly after the hubbub. Please like, share, subscribe.
Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use.
In entering upon this course of instruction, each of you should, so far as possible, lay aside for the time being all previous theories and beliefs. By so doing, you will be saved the trouble of trying all the way through the show to put, quote, new wine into old wineskins, end quote. Luke chapter 5, verse 37. If there's anything as we proceed which you don't understand or agree with, just let it lie passively in your mind until you have enjoyed the entire show. For many statements that would at first arouse antagonism and discussion will be clear and easily accepted a little farther on. After the show is over, if you wish to return to your old beliefs and ways of living, you are at perfect liberty to do so. But for the time being, be willing to become as a little child, for said the master in spiritual things, quote, except ye become as little children. Ye shall in no wise enter into the kingdom of heaven, end quote. Matthew chapter 18, verse 3. If at times there seems to be repetition, please remember, the Self Luv Show is a lesson, not a lecture.
We are, as they say, tangled in our anchor chain. Our financial systems are decades old. According to some estimates, we cannot track $2.3 trillion in transactions. According to some estimates, we cannot track $2.3 trillion in transactions. According to some estimates, we cannot track $2.3 trillion in transactions.
Right.
Brother,
I'm wiping it though. I'm gonna wipe it. I'm gonna wipe it. I'm gonna say, hey.
Tori's oldest brother, between us. Tori made me at Beta. And so, he just wanted to say a few words before we let you go here.
Okay. Yeah.
Brother Thomas, thank you so much for gracing us with your appearance, man. Grateful. You expanded our nation beyond belief. It's just a wonderful thing. And we would like to present you with the Self Luv Show first annual Ernest Lee Thomas Achievement Award.
Please like, share, subscribe.
And
it's apropos that you are the first recipient.
And Noop, we call it the Raj.
We're gonna call it the Raj.
Oh, I love it. Oh man.
Yeah, so we have it on order. So it's gonna come here. We're gonna show it to the show, and then myself or Tasia deliver it to you or ship it to you from there.
Thank you, brother.
And even in this instance, if I could be a service to a 9-year-old girl or a 19-year-old woman or girl who wants to be a woman, is to really remember that self-love is the best way that you can receive love from anybody else, because it's coming from you. A lot of times we forget that. We look externally for this love. We look externally for this feeling of validation and adoration and approval, and it has to come from within.
187 bars. This is volume fuck 12. RIP MO3. Condolences to his family. Please like, share, subscribe.
This is your last chance. After this, there is no turning back. You take the blue pill, the story ends. You wake up in your bed and believe whatever you want.
Everybody would take the blue pill.
You stay in Wonderland, and I show you how deep the rabbit hole goes.
You try to give them the red pill, they say you're wearing a tin hat.
Remember, all I'm offering is the truth, nothing more.
That's all. Then you handle the truth. Getting Scottie Pippen. Handle the truth. I mean, can you imagine if Batman's son was doinking Robin's ex-wife? Man, buddy. All right, y'all. Welcome. And big ups to production. This is another edition of the Self Luv Show. And we're going to go ahead and get this second. Yes, bye. Stand by. There's major cooling going on here, Jim. All righty. Don't know what happened, so we'll go without till I can figure it out. All right, y'all. Welcome to the Self Luv Show on This Ain't That Network, or TATN. This is the co-host, 9 Mills. All praise due to the ancestors, the Most High, and my beloved Mama Sky. Rest up. Today, we're unfolding the verses of reality and rap with 187 bars. The life and death of MO3. Join us as we explore the journey of Melvin Abdul Noble Jr., known to the world as MO3, from the streets of North Dallas to the heights of relative hip-hop fame. We'll discuss his legacy, the impact of his music, mainly in the local Dallas community, and the tragic end that came far too soon. Tune in as we pay homage to a talent gone, but will never be forgotten, right here on the Self Luv Show. 187 bars. This is volume the 12 edition, I suppose. Big ups to 12. I mean, they're out there doing their shenanigans. Some good ones out there. I've met them. This is the Self Luv Show, and this is the revolution. These are lessons, not lectures. We are live in living color on Tuesday. Today's March 12th. And as always, you cats can be anywhere in this spectacular universe, but thankfully, we all chose to be here together. That's right. Here together.
Are you sharing?
Is that what's going on?
Yeah. You share screen.
Is that what's going on here, fella?
Yeah. because we're up in the corner. There we go.
Is that what happened?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. All right, we're down, Shot Town. We're down, bear down. Brother Wordsmith, what you manifested today, sir?
Love, man. You know me. I'm manifesting self-love.
All right. Ditto, good brother. Pure, magnificent, unfettered, unfiltered. Some say harsh, some say tough, but self-love just the same.
No doubt.
Hey, what's been up in your neck of the universe since we last connoted? And I mean, if you think about universal, if you think about the universe self, the vastness of it, there's no separation between us, even though we're states apart.
Yeah. Well, space and time are, figments of our imagination.
Yeah.
Most atoms are empty space. So, and consciousness connects all of us.
Well, Albert Einstein said it, but
universe.
if you're not Albert Einstein, they call you a wacky, hokey conspiracy theorist.
Well, I don't care what they call me. You know me. Don't care what they call me.
So what's been going on?
They won't say it to my face. That's all. Yeah, it's been a beautiful. Some weather is up and down. You know how it goes. We still got these problems with the city, but now the Bears say they're gonna build a stadium in Chicago on the lakefront.
Yeah, but the Bears said that, and then they came back later. Your boy, the genius, the president.
Yeah, he said it yesterday.
Ain't he?
Yeah, he said it yesterday.
Yeah,
that they got $2 billion for it to be a public-private.
Yeah, but listen to what I'm saying. But since he's been negotiating with the mayor, some sort of color too, Mayor BJ, right? He's some sort of color.
Yeah,
copper color. My point is, Mayor BJ and these guys sat down and they batted the hornet's nest, and now those good pink folks out there with all the money are re-talking and might be willing to see if they can't come up with some cash and some tax breaks for the Bears. Get them out there in that subway.
Yeah, we'll see. I don't know.
I hear you though, man. I've been saying keep them.
They came right out. You was in favor of that.
Yeah.
The mayor's in favor of it. And they saying they got $2 billion on it instead of asking for a whole bunch of money.
I mean, so listen to me.
Like Reinsdorf.
You can't take my beloved Bears, right, out of the city of Chicago and put them in a dome. You know what I mean? And expect me to feel no different than somebody who was in Cook County Jail and got into it with somebody and they knocked him out and then spreaded his butt cheeks open and spit in his bum.
Uh-oh. I don't know about that last part, but
I'm just saying.
They're going to build
a dome and move to the subway. That's exactly how they're going to make me feel as a Bears fan. And trade Justin Fields.
They're definitely
going to spit in my bum.
They definitely going to build a dome. Ain't no way around that. Wherever they build that.
Look at everybody. They're going to build a dome. You got to vote. You got to vote Republican or Democrat. Go ahead. They're going to definitely move Justin Fields. They're definitely going to move
I didn't say none of that part. I don't know.
Well, I'm just saying. Everybody's got narratives.
They are building a dome. That's been.
I mean, he said it.
He's built several domes.
Yeah,
already.
He said it.
He's been part of building.
He said he built
the dome in Minnesota.
Yeah, he said it's going to be clear though, where you can. It's going to look like it's outdoors, but you don't have to be freezing out there. Okay. You guys have some sort of Super Bowl and Olympics fantasy. I can see the Olympics as a summertime sport. Even the Winter Olympics, you can do it there.
I'm thinking the NCAA too.
Yeah, but the NFL. I mean, I'm from Chicago, and I'm gonna tell you what. I don't want to be there for the Super Bowl in February. Okay.
It's gonna be. They're gonna have some there.
All right. Guys, please like, share.
You're gonna make a nice. You're gonna make it really nice. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, it's gonna be nice. You're gonna be going out there to that subway.
Hey, wherever it's at, it's gonna be nice.
Yeah, all right, y'all. So y'all know what to expect. We always have the quote of the day, our Mo's Growth and Development video, Tattoo Tyranny video. We unpack to our government interacting with the citizens, and we decide if we like it, love it, or detest it. And then, of course, we have our dome teaser. It's a riddle, and sometimes you guys surprise me in the process, and you know what I mean? I hate to say that if we had more pink people in the chat, they'd be going to stuff like that, trivia, riddles, bars, exercising their brain and being smarter than you guys. You sit there with your lips poked out. I'm just saying, my conditioning's been conditioned. Self, I got a rant to go on one day about programming and conditioning. The whole point of it is for you not to know that you've been programmed. We need to do a whole show on this. All right, but anyway, 187 bars, MO3, unpack, rest up, my brother, who's now an ancestor. Please hit that like button as we get closer to topic. Please hit that like button as we get closer to topic. And then we close it out with my personal favorite part, and that's Wordsmith's final words. He's going to summarize everything in its totality in a short rhyme off the top of the dome. Any announcements out there, fella?
House stock.
Today's show is sponsored by Midwest Festivals, who present House Stock.
Hit the link in the chat, telling you, so you know where it's at, where to come to have fun. We're gonna warm it up for everyone.
Yeah, I mean, listen. Black folks, they already say you guys can't process and swim. You guys can't swim. You don't want to get your hair wet. They also sell all the stuff that we invented. Everything that we invented, they say that you guys can't do, won't do. Say you don't like to work in the fields and do agriculture out there, so say you have no interest in agriculture. Take all your ideas when you go work for big corporate.
You already know.
Yeah.
So full of it.
They say you don't go camping. You know what I mean? We don't do stuff like that because we don't like the bugs and the mosquitoes. But hey, take it to another level. We're not talking about pitching a tent. But if you want to lay in a tent, what's up?
Handle your business. Get you a tent.
They're nice tents too. There's some nice tents too.
Very nice, and they're much easier to put together than you remember.
Yes. And yeah, those will be much easier too because you're not really roughing it. You know what I mean? Where you got to be out there for,
And we're having a raffle right now, and you win the raffle, and you don't have to worry about bringing a tent. It'll be tent provided for you, a nice one.
Well, interesting. And how do you enter the raffle? You click that link?
You can hit the 424-900-6945 and inquire about.
Inquire.
Yeah, and then it'll be relayed to me, and I'll get to you.
That's right. That number's what?
424-900-6945.
Troll free.
Absolutely, positively.
Troll free. That's right. Trolls get hoes around here. Support. Let's go out and have a good time, y'all. You know what I mean? All right. Great announcement. All right, y'all. Like, share, subscribe. And enough of my nonsense. It's on you there, Phil.
All right. Welcome to 187 bars, MO3, Buck 12 episode of the Self Luv Show.
It's volume Buck 12. We don't want anybody to be offended.
All right, volume. Yeah, my bad. As always, we have a very important video for you to watch. Silverback More Growth and Development platform, which we are building the Self Love Nation off of.
Yeah, that's right.
And as always, we have the Self Love Show quote of the day.
You know how the story go with the Self Love Show.
Hold your tongue, because you might say something that I might not like. Once again, hold your tongue, because you might say something I might not like. MO3.
That's similar to what you just said. Nobody will really say it to your face.
Right. Period. Silverback more growth and development platform. Number 1, repair our nation via reparations. We demand our silver back. Number 2, to connect our breadwinners with our activists. And 3, show an accurate depiction of African American Chi-Town. 4, to shine a light on positive influence. 5, heal our community one person at a time.
Something scary going on the screen.
Provide an unfiltered platform
that's pretty
for
cool.
our influencers.
There you go.
7, recycle the black dollar. 8, to provide mentors for the mentorless. 9,
Man.
to close the gap between us and our pink kinsmen.
Big up to John Belushi, man.
We have new body cam footage.
10, protect our women, children, and men by any and all means necessary.
That's right. And number 11. Go back if you missed last week's show and check out Unhoused and Unloved, huh? Unpacked?
Ooh,
Unhinged?
yeah, that learned a lot. It's a lot going on.
Savage.
Yes, beyond
3 centuries
savage.
from now, our progeny will look back on us like we look back and we look at the savages from 3 centuries ago, you know, crawling on all fours in the caves. You know what I mean? You know, and they're gonna look at us and say, you guys let your mental health, you know, you let your mental health just stand out there. And then you gave all your pills to everybody who were already mentally healthy. And then to the point where they, you know, lost their mental health. You created the pills and then you blame China. In my opinion, you know what I mean? Like, share, subscribe, you guys.
Hit the bell, share far and wide. Where are you going to get this type of edutainment?
Where? It's our entertainment. You know what I mean? Spread it internationally. If you want to know how we feel about what's going on in America, is, you know, 2 so-called coloreds. He says we're copper colored, some sort of indigenous. I've been digging into that a little more self, and I've been looking around and thinking. I said, man, when you travel the whole world, you always see some colored out there. Pulling up in the cab, looking to grab your bag, everywhere. Even when you come to the United States, there's a colored grabbing your bag, some sort of color. I ain't talking about, you know, a lot of your Latinos are doing it now, but I'm talking about, you know, indigenously. Self knows what I'm talking about. Yeah. Colored. And so it stands, and we just assume that, okay, these other colors were already there, or they were brought to these places by these millions of boats and these genius, drop dead gorgeous, you know, pink people who just had the tenacity to pile everybody up on boats. And I mean, they were savages, really. They didn't have the education to avoid it. And then other people just sold them, which happened. We're not saying that didn't happen, but I'm just saying so. The suggestion is that those people are there because they were all shipped there, as opposed to the more logical, if you ask me to put my rent or mortgage money on it, I'd have to say a majority of those people were probably already there. It just makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
But how they get there, I mean, that's the question. Did they get there on boats? That's always the question, because we've been so programmed that Christopher Columbus came over on a boat. They got there on a boat.
Yeah, well, that was quite a different vessel than what would have been used to have human cargo.
And these ice ages that science have proven that have happened. I mean, you can just simply walk. I mean, you know,
there was a land bridge for a long time.
Yeah.
Russia into the Americas.
Yeah. Now, if you're gonna sit there on your scientific perch, you're gonna sit there like some sort of smug son of a bitch, right? So, you know what I mean? But how'd they get there? How did we get on Earth? Right?
Yeah.
Right? You're going to say, what? Evolution? Then okay, what? Evolution just happened in Africa? Is that what you're saying? Is
Right.
that the only
That
place
is
people?
what they're trying to say, that everybody came from there and then
Yeah.
spread out from there. And that
Uh-huh.
don't make sense either.
Well, that's what the science says, though. So.
No. I mean, science,
That's
theoretical
well,
science.
that's what I was programmed.
Yeah, I know. And we're breaking that program.
Regurgitating when I was programmed.
Theoretical science. They
Yeah.
say a bunch of shit and then
Don't they?
Oh no, wait a minute, that was
Don't
wrong.
they?
We just proved that
Don't they?
what we thought for 150,000
Don't they?
years was wrong.
Wrong. We were wrong. Hold it up.
I'm sorry, not 150,000, 150, because they weren't even,
Yeah. And then they want to kick you out of science class because you may or may not smell like reefer. You know what I mean? I got to get high before I come here and listen to this bullshit. You know what I mean? This theoretical mumbo jumbo. And then when I put
ate it up when I was in school.
Yeah, when I put my theories out there, no, it doesn't make sense because you're not Einstein or you're not Pink and you're some sort of indigenous monkey. A lot of that's what they think about yourself. You guys don't want to have these conversations, but you don't want to have. I know black people who say that the Negro Leagues, was racist. I know black people who feel like the Negro Leagues was racist.
He is black. We're copper colored and he is black.
All right. I got something here for yourself. I want to touch on before we get on the big topic, which is a serious one, and that's MO3, his legacy in life. But LeBron, there's been some chatter. Cap TV made a video 3 months ago suggesting, everybody just said it was Cap. It only got about 38 views last time, I checked. Some sort of juice, some sort of deer antler spray.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, and Balco came out, made a little comment, different people. Because, he's got the $1 million compression machine nobody's ever seen. And, he spends $1 million on his...
A year.
Yeah, on his steroids.
Yeah, not just a machine. It's a year.
Juice.
So it's not even, he bought it and now you don't have to pay it no more.
Yeah, he's got $1 million juice habit.
A year.
Allegedly. But I'm just
whatever
saying.
he does, that's where he takes care of his body. That's what much as he so yeah. But
Lance Armstrong and Tom
20
Brady.
plus years, no serious injury.
Hey, Lance Armstrong and Tom Brady had a lot of stories too. But I'll tell you who didn't. Aaron Rodgers. Popped his what? Achilles. Kobe Bean Bryant. He popped his what?
Achilles.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
And he had lots of injuries because of how he approached the game.
That's right. Kobe played the game the wrong way. Kobe and Michael Jordan played the game the wrong way. If LeBron, listen, it's my programming. If this is what they've been.
No, your programming says something completely else.
Yeah, you're right.
But this new stuff would not program you.
But it's 3.0. It's the upgrade.
No,
and that's the right way.
It's a downgrade.
All right.
They're dumbing everything down.
Dumbing it right down.
Including that.
Yeah. We're going to teach you to step back before you even know how to do an opposite hand layup off the backboard. This kid can't even dribble off with his opposite hand, and they got this kid doing step backs from behind 3 points. It's okay if you shoot 100 air balls. Eventually they'll go in. And the science is proving they do go in, but you haven't learned how to play basketball. You just learned how to do a potential step back from behind the three.
Yeah. No fundamentals. I mean, and LeBron's got fundamentals. I mean, they just don't stress it.
We're not saying he's on juice. And we want to hear what you guys think in the chat. Do you guys think LeBron? And because here's the funny thing though, Self. It's been getting the buzz on the internet, right? Ticket TV, some other guys.
Kevin Garnett.
And then Balco came out and Kevin Garnett, and what's his name? Pierce. And one thing about it, for LeBron to be so brand conscious, which is why I literally call him LeBron, and what's his name? Smug son of a bitch. Big ups Worldwide West. Yeah, Worldwide West. Ones keep talking about LeBron's the GOAT and all that. You know what? You know who I would slap the shit out of? Take a guess. Take a beat. No, not LeBron.
His number one fan.
West. I'd slap the shit out of Worldwide West. Big ups Worldwide West.
I don't know what that is, so that's why.
He's the agent.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. He's the agent that does all the podcasts and always explains why LeBron's the GOAT.
No, I ain't seen no podcast.
Yeah.
Okay, because I'm
Yeah, I'm sure YouTube won't even show me that type of because of the algorithm.
Yeah, you're getting the KKK feed. We already know that.
I'm getting the Michael Jordan feed. That's what I'm getting. And then all the people that say Michael Jeffrey Jordan is the GOAT. That's the feed I get.
Yeah. I'm in there trolling the LeBron fans. You know what I mean? All right, let's go ahead and move on, man. Like, share, subscribe, you guys. We got 187 bars. This is the volume 12. Fuck 12, that is. MO3. Rest up. Condolences to his family. So, yeah, absolutely, bro. All right, so I don't think we did you do? Yeah, you did do the quote. Way behind. All right. Did you see Chicago's finest? Shy's finest, so.
Okay. No, I hopefully this is, oh God.
Yeah. This is your city.
We have new body cam footage for you from a fatal police shooting that was just released by the Carroll Stream Police
Carroll
Department.
Stream. That's not my
Isaac
city.
Goodlow was shot and killed after police officers entered his home and
I'll
fired
give you that.
shots. Now, we want to warn you, this video may be disturbing for some of our viewers. Regina Waldrop has the latest.
Check behind you. Keep your eyes open.
The faces blurred. The footage edited by Carroll
I
Stream
go to Carroll
Police.
Stream every week, though.
It's from cameras worn by Carroll Stream police officers the day they entered Isaac Goodlow III's apartment. We have not seen the unedited version, and we don't see what the officers saw before the fatal shot was fired.
We got shots fired? Hands up.
Just after 4 a.m. February 3rd, Carroll Stream police were dispatched to 260 East St. Charles Road for a report of domestic violence.
Upon arrival, our officers met with the alleged domestic violence victim outside of the apartment building.
Police say they got a key from a rep at the complex, with 6 officers then entering Goodlow's one-bedroom apartment.
A key from the rep at the
After announcing
complex
their
for a
presence,
domestic
they
violence.
looked for Goodlow. Then, gunfire.
Oh, no, they should have had to get a warning for that, bro.
Police chief says 2 officers fired their weapons. One deployed a taser. A total of 2 rounds were fired.
Charlie, 30 got shots fired.
Wow.
Goodlow had been shot once in the chest.
There you go, man.
Officers took turns performing CPR until paramedics arrived and took over. Goodlow did not survive. His family says they want all the video released and 911 calls. They filed a federal lawsuit against the village of Carroll Stream and all the officers involved.
They went in there and assassinated him.
Yeah.
In cold blood. In cold blood. In his own bed. In his own room. So he rolled over on the floor. In his own house.
The officers involved have not been named, and they remain on administrative leave pending the investigation. Regina Waldrop, NBC 5 News.
Have to watch that video.
That's sickening.
They all should say that. Regina Waldrop, and I got a weave.
That's sickening. I go there to Carroll Stream at least once a week.
Well, the issue I got is, okay, you're out there talking to the alleged domestic violence victim.
And then you go in with 6 people with guns out.
And are they saying that
and it's dark and he's laying in the bed?
But here's what she didn't say. She didn't say, oh, yeah, he threatened me with a gun or he shot at me. They said, is there a gun in the house? Does he own a gun? And she said, what? Yeah. And then he went in hot. Got a key from the
victim.
I don't know if that's legal. They didn't even get the key from the victim. They said they got the key from somebody, a building management, who let them in. The victim probably didn't even live there.
That's crazy.
His
family was saying in his own house, in his own bed.
Yeah, for all we know, he threw her out the house. Like, for all we know. And she called 12 and said, domestic violence, whatever, but she didn't have a key. But even if she lived there, they got the key from the building manager. They said that's like, it wasn't like it was kidnapping. She was outside safe.
Yeah. Well, we already know where this is going. Yeah, that's 100%.
Yeah, man.
They just go in there and execute him. Like his family said, they just went in there and execute him.
How would you feel if you were the building manager and gave up the key? Would you feel responsible? Would you feel 100% responsible? Would you carry any guilt?
It depends on the type of person it is. If it was me, then
They told me not to give nobody a key.
I would not have given them the key.
They told me not to give nobody a key with that key.
You already
But
know.
you know, we law enforcement. We got law enforcement. We got guns and badges.
Oh, you got a warrant? Because
Right.
shit, you got to have a warrant for me to give you that.
That's what I'm saying.
Period.
But if he was if he was ignorant, you know what I mean? Then of course, you know, there you have it. That's why we always tell our people, you know, be educated. You know, he could have been some sort of pink person that might have been riding with the Klan. Hey, you guys
Very
need the key?
well. And the Klan could have been those 6 that went in.
Yeah. Hey, you guys need the key? He came around. Yeah, exactly. I got the key, you know. We're not going to throw you sleep. Nobody's saying anything. Like, what were they trying to, like you said, Self, what? She was outside.
Yeah,
They didn't say she
was going to ambush her.
They didn't say she went to the hospital. You know, they would have said all that to justify the killing. They didn't say nothing. Just said DV.
2 tases and 2 shots. What? Trash.
Yes, it's another way to put it. All right. You guys, y'all know the topic, 187 bars, MO3. This is volume fuck 12, and you guys can clearly see why we have such volumes like this. But let's go ahead, pink on pink crime out there, because we know white crime never happens. Usual suspect here. Big Ups Inside Edition. Usual suspect.
In court, he appears to be a frail old man, but prosecutors say it's all an act. They say he's a 36-year-old sexual predator who tried to fake his own death to avoid capture.
He looks like an invalid in a wheelchair. He breathes through an oxygen mask. But prosecutors say it's all an act. To hide his true identity, 36-year-old Nicholas Rossi even tried to speak with a fake English accent and claimed to be someone else.
Are you Mr. Rossi?
Lady, my name is Arthur Knight Brown.
He has not admitted his name or birth date accurately.
This is what happens when you bring a catfish troll out in the
Rossi appeared in court in Utah this week after being extradited from
still
Scotland.
think we can't see him.
Convictions for sex offenses in Ohio and Utah.
He has no remorse. He's a monster.
Mary Grabinski was molested by him in 2008, and she's still traumatized.
It's hard for me because, like, I really wonder, like, who I could have been or what I've missed out on because I'm always looking over my shoulder.
Prosecutors say Rossi uses as many as 16 aliases. He tried to fake his own death in 2019 by posting his obituary online, claiming his earthly remains were cremated with his ashes scattered at sea. The FBI tracked him down in Glasgow, where he was hospitalized with COVID. His wife, Miranda Knight, who he married while on the lam, told British television he was paralyzed.
So I have to hold his full weight. Do you see?
His extradition hearing became a circus. He arrived in a motorized wheelchair and wore an oxygen mask, which appeared to be a prop.
Your oxygen mask is not connected.
Sometimes he arrived to court in pajamas.
Your fingerprints match. How can you possibly claim not to be Nicholas Rossi?
But now he's back in the USA to face more rape charges. And judging by his appearance in Utah, the Nicholas Rossi circus is back in town.
Objection, my lady. That is complete hearsay.
According to police reports, Rossi was involved in possible harassment, sex assault, and kidnapping in other states, including Rhode Island and Massachusetts.
He sounds like one of those black Moors. You know, coming court speaking gibberish, talking about the maritime laws and you don't have any governance over me. I am not a citizen. You're you know what I mean? This guy's got a whole damn army and guns.
Sounds like a complete nut.
I'm just saying, bro. You're born here. You know what I mean? You know, you got a social security number. You know what I mean? You got a birth certificate. You're an American. You know, you can call yourself what you want. You're like a misgender. You know, guys like you wake up one day and say, yeah, I'm a woman. I'm a black Moor. I'm a this and that and the fourth. You're going to be what Master said you are. You know what I mean?
Well, I don't completely agree with that point of view, but I understand where it's coming from. And it's rooted in how they get treated when they go to court.
Yeah,
They
some
don't have
respect for the court.
everything in order out there.
Hey, I hear you. But that guy, interesting. Is he looking for an insanity plea, or what is he looking for?
He's looking to get off scot-free, like he did nothing. He's not that
like
person.
It's not him.
Yeah. And well, how's it got the same fingerprints? Yeah, well, say fingerprints not 100%.
Yeah. I mean, they had fingerprints with OJ, allegedly.
99.9, well, those are planted out there.
Yeah, exactly. And who's to say that they did have those fingerprints? They just show up.
That's true.
Don't they? They show up.
That little lady was like, that's him. He did it. He's a monster. You know what I mean? And they got plenty of records on him. That don't mean he did it, but they, it's on those fingerprints, and he still has the same fingerprints.
Yeah, he's a tripped out guy, but he's doing
probably trying to. Yeah, maybe it is.
He got extradited.
Yeah, so they not going for that. Apparently,
even when he faked his death, the FBI was still on his ass. Yeah, I think he said too much. He's like, his ash has been spread to sea. He just said too much. He was creamy.
Yeah,
it's enough. Yeah, he died would have been enough. But I guess if they're gonna want to know where the body is, they're gonna start asking questions. Yeah, either way, they're gonna ask questions. There's a coroner, county coroner who's supposed to be confirming these things, aren't they?
Yeah,
So
I mean, it's supposed to be a death certificate.
Yeah.
And all other things
before they don't just
involved.
cremate you.
Yeah, and you ain't just announce an obituary.
Cremate them and
publish
sprinkle.
obituary.
What we're doing with this one? We're gonna cremate and sprinkle that one and post the obituary. Cremate and sprinkle. Cremate and sprinkle. Yeah, nobody wants to do that. We're not paying for that. Taxpayers aren't paying for cremate and sprinkle. All right, here we go. 187 bars. We got to get to it at some point, you guys. It's a serious topic. But Dome teaser, today's riddle. Now, okay. So I posited a question to ChatGTP out there. Big ups to ChatGTP, the AI. Okay, and here's what I said. I wanted a riddle, and here's what it came up with. Interesting. I'll put it in the chat too. I speak of the streets and beats where shadows dwell. My tales are raw. They break the silence like a bell. I'm not a bandit, but my words can steal the show. What am I? A game? As real as they go. Can you guess what I am? Whoa, no. A genre as real as they go. So, I speak of streets and beats where shadows dwell. My tales are raw. They break the silence like a bell. I am not a bandit, but my words can steal the show. What am I? A genre as real as they go. Thought I saw an immediate thumbs up. For the wordsmith here. Put that in there.
Loading the chat out there.
Yeah. I'm putting it in the chat so that see if they can't matriculate by the end of the show. All right, there it is, you guys. And let me pin this house doc. Today's show is sponsored by Midwest Festivals Presents House Stock. That link is pinned in the chat, you guys. Let's support the show up and show out. All right, so that's it. That's today's thing. We didn't have a promo or preview video, so enough of the appetizers out there.
Let's quench the self-love nation's thirst.
All righty. All right, so MO3, MO3. Where was he born? Where is he from?
Texas. McKinley, Texas, I think.
Yeah, McKinley. I don't know that reference from McKinley to Houston or Dallas. Is it close? McKinley? I don't know Texas. Texas is a big state.
Yeah, it is. But I think it would be closer to Dallas than Houston because they say North Dallas.
Is where he matriculated.
Yeah. So I don't think. I mean, North Texas, not North Dallas. Pardon me, North Texas. So he it must be North. I don't know. I'll look.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah. So yeah, he later moved to North Dallas where he'd be raised and eventually, hop off the porch vis-a-vis and into the lab. So he was making his bones coming up in North Dallas. What single put him on back in 2014?
Shot Us or something.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a mixtape. I remember it too. Yeah. Dropped in 14. The same year they said he released his single Hold Your Tongue, a remix of the infamous Texas rapper Mr. Lucci. And that resulted in him gaining a buzz, throughout the region. So at this point, I don't think I had ever heard of him or anything, but I think I do remember the song Shot Us.
Yeah. Yep, that's I kind of Shot Us, but I really wasn't following much.
What, around 14?
Yeah. I was deep into my own thing. I was working on a project. Oh, so it's like 33 minutes, 32 miles from Dallas.
May accept that answer, Self. To the Dome teaser, your response, let me see. To compare it to Dome teaser. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Hmm. That's it. It's right, but you can do better. That's what I'll say. Drop Dead Gorgeous William H. Ray School, they'd probably put you down there in the LD classes after some shit like that. Because we didn't play that shit. It was half-baked. Knee-jerk response answers.
A genre.
Yeah. Genre within a genre. But yeah. Mr. Lucci. So I wasn't up on I wasn't a big, like what they was doing down, like all of that street, you know what I mean? In the South. If you want me to be honest. There was a lot going on. Some of it was real catchy, depending on the artist, to catch your ear and you're riding down 75th, want to shoot somebody in the face.
Yeah, it's a lot of talent and skill of putting the words together, but the vibratory and the message.
Man, they moved away from the what's the Outcast vibe, man. Outcast had it perfect self. It was just, with the gangster and the mixed with the more artistic
compared to today, wasn't no gangster to it.
You ain't lying. Yeah, no, it wasn't no gangster. It was just more street edge compared to the more eclectic. Yeah. Cold. It married together cold though.
It did.
But everybody always say, what's his name?
Andre 3000.
Yeah, everybody say he was the coldest one. I always liked the other one.
And so did Andre 3000.
Yeah.
He always said Big Boy was better.
He was cold. I would, if Big Boy did a project. So he's had recent projects. I need to go on the algorithm and look.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the last Outkast album, I think it was a whole album of Andre 3000 and a whole album of Big Boy. Big Boy ain't stopped making music because Andre 3000 did.
That's a good point. Why isn't he getting promoted? Because he's not with Empire Records?
And
he's not with Empire?
I guess he's in the sectors he's in because, I mean, he's still doing stuff. So I don't think
He's not going to the P. Diddy Epstein parties?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't see him on the internet doing interviews, promoting his stuff, nothing. I don't see him on what do you call him, going on the podcast circle, sitting on Vlad TV telling stuff. Yeah, Vlad when we was, and then I saw Tupac and then we blab, and then we was backstage, and this is our proprietary information. We're gonna come on your show.
He's done some interviews and stuff. You just got to look for him. I mean, just put Big Boy in there. He's not part of your algorithm.
Yeah, he's not part of my algorithm. Gotta get him part of my algorithm. Do some likes on some stuff that he's done, and then they'll start pumping it to him. Yeah. So what big name rapper put him on, and I'll give you a hint. He's a noob.
No, he's not.
I got proof. But we'll go from there.
You don't have proof. You got a picture.
I got proof, people, and I'm prepared to show it to y'all if y'all don't want to, believe me. I got receipts.
That's not a receipt. It's Bootsy, but
that's right. Bootsy badass.
He's not a noob.
Yeah, motherfucker. His brother's a brother, and he said he walked in the store and he liked the shirt and he didn't know he just couldn't buy it. Guess his brother never talked to him by himself. His brother told him, man, yeah. His brother told him, look, Bootsy, I'm a noob. And guess what? If you like the shirt, you can go buy one and put it on.
He was lying his ass off. He knew because he saw.
Come on, man.
He saw. I mean, I saw an interview when he said,
"Come on, man.
Said, man, I want to go whoop them Kappa's ass with my brother. He, they got a lot of love for each other. That's when I found out that shit was really serious."
Yeah, but how come he didn't know that from his brother?
He did.
Mm-hmm.
Because that happened before he put that shirt on. That was
well, he apologizing. Yeah. Some brothers came out and shimmied on one of his videos, and I guess he said they took the shimmy from one of his videos. So if the Noob stole the shimmy, if we stole the shimmy from him and his crew,
there's no me and shimmy, and so I'm not part of no we about the shimmy. So I'll just state that for the record, okay? There's no we and shimmy. These younger brothers, they do their thing. That's their thing, and that's their thing. I don't,
So said you're not going to have the progeny having any misgivings about that.
Yes. Not at all.
No, that's a good point because they'll have AI and they can simulate you shimmying and me shimmying and somebody, and hopefully they'll come across this in the blockchain. And I'm like, wait a minute. Somebody will be, wearing their tin hat self. I can't believe all of this data they're presenting me. Digging deeper. All right, but it was Boosie in 2016. MO3 released Shotters, Reloaded. It was a project with numerous hits that gained the attention of Boosie Badass, who at the time wanted to sign the artist. Kids, family. Don't know about a wife or anything.
3 kids, 3 children.
Yeah. 2 girls and a boy.
Yeah.
That's who survived them. That's sad too. Because he was 29? Yeah, 28. 28 when he passed. Just past the 27 club.
Right. Crazy.
Man. Absolutely. And he got shot like a week or 2 after Vine, which we'll get into, more of in the second half. Let me share the sound right quick.
You know how the story go. It's the Self Luv Show.
Yes, y'all. Don't stop. Self Luv Show rocks on.
Talented brother, man.
Pardon me?
He was a talented brother, though.
Oh, yes, extreme.
Man.
We are unpacking 187 bars, MO3, volume 12, and went over his family life, early life, where he's from and all of that.
Yeah, it's very hard to find information on MO3, you guys. His early life and all that, I swear, it's almost like he was a spook.
Yeah. But we're going to explore.
The way he was murdered was spooky, too.
Very. We're going to explore, what happened to him and some other things and what label he's a part of and things of that nature. When we get back, we got some great videos for you to check out.
Have the previous 11 volumes all been from the same? Some of them was before that label existed, right? Some of the early ones wasn't with.
Right. No, I mean, we did.
Like Pac, Biggie, they weren't with that label that we're thinking.
No, not at all. And neither was KRS-One and
Scholar Rock. Yeah.
But some that we did is quite a bit actually.
Yeah, shorten the break is only like 4 videos, I think.
It's the Self Luv Show. The Self Luv Show. The Self Luv Show. We do it for our people.
Hold on a second. Something not right.
To expose they don't equal. The Self Luv Show. The Self Luv Show. The Self Luv Show. We wordsmith 9 nails. The Self Luv Show. The Self Luv Show.
That's how the story goes.
Yeah, I had to stop it.
It's the Self Luv Show. No, you did. It was something not right on my. Yeah.
You want to do an analysis looking at all the income that's being brought in by the property, less all the operating expenses, and whatever the seller's charging for that. You take the net operating income divided by the sale price, and that's going to give you what's called a cap rate. If you're buying building A and it has a 6% cap rate, and then the building across the street sold earlier in the year for a 7% cap rate, then you're probably not making the right decision in buying it because it's not kicking off enough net operating income. So cap rate is a comparative measure used by commercial real estate investors to determine if they're buying at the right price.
And to any kids out there, when he says cap rate, he's not talking about the rate of lies you tell. All right. This is no cap here, so everybody knows.
And it bows to his will. Nothing is as rebellious as the white man. Everything that God says thou shalt not do, the white man says, gee whiz, buddy, it's all right. Come on, try it. You like it, baby. It's okay. Gee whiz, you guys are too rigid. You only live once, man. Come on. You know that Chuck talks like that. I'm talking about Bob. I'm talking about Bill. I'm talking about Larry. You know the guys I'm talking about. Now, sister, you acting like you don't know them. That's why we don't allow no white folks in here. Because if we had white folks in here, you'd be looking all behind you and wonder what Bob and Bill and Larry and Susie and Cindy might be thinking.
Has human ever walked on the moon?
Yes.
Have you ever seen an unidentified flying object?
Yes.
Is human alone in the universe?
No.
Is there a God?
Yes.
Self Luv, your ship, has a magic box. Now suppose the person whom you can't fathom living without became terminally ill with a rare blood disease. Now what if Self Luv, your ship, provided you with a magic box? On that box, there's a button on the top. Self Luv, your ship, my club says, if you push this button, ship, your loved one will be totally healed. However, by pushing the button, an innocent person whom you do not know will certainly die. Do you push the button?
Yes.
Do you push the button? All right.
Yes.
What's the meaning of life?
It's simply to glorify God.
there's a positive. There's a light. There's a, what do you call that?
Yeah.
Shiny lining
Positive
around.
spin, yep.
Yeah.
Silver lining. Yeah.
There it is. Silver lining. All right. Yeah. So November 14th, I have to do some work. I'll reach out to the guests. Looks like we're going to be doing Black Artivism. We got a big guest, Mario Van Peebles. Did I get that name right?
No, Mario Smith. And I'm not dancing because of the guest. November 14th is.
Oh yeah, look at that. Look at that. Going around the globe. Shruka said, great show. Thank you. Thank you. Got your new big TV. You know what I mean? Look at you. She thinks she's
right up on it.
Yeah, she thinks she's better than herself because she's got a big TV. You know what I mean?
No, she's just enjoying the view. That's all.
We call it the view.
Yeah, so yeah, we got a lot to unpack, and yeah, that'll be Hot Tub Tori's Born Day. Yeah, nice.
Man, thank you guys for inviting me on. Thank you. Great format, very solid. You know, it don't have that low budget movie feel. You know what I'm saying? And we get that a lot in the Black community, for real.
Yeah.
Like people look at us to be fuck ups. They look at us to be low budget. They look at us to be ignorant, stuttering, and use a whole bunch of and all of that. But no, they got the real deal on here. That everybody know who Tori and Mills is, baby. They know.
Hey, well, bro,
They so ignorant.
Hey, but this platform's your platform. This platform's my platform. From Inglewood, California to
the
Chicago,
South Shore.
Crazy thing about it.
This platform is
made for you and me.
It's made for you.
The crazy
and establish this Constitution for the United States of America. I was trying to get out the end of the preamble, but go ahead, bro.
Love Show. You know how the story go. It's the Self Love Show.
Welcome back. We're here live and direct. Y'all know how it goes when we get on the set. Ready, aim, fire. Today, 187 bars. MO3, Volume 12. Gonna expand the conversation, you know, to talk about what happened to him.
Story go, it's the Self Love Show. Absolutely. So let's do it, man. Part 2, the music and career. And the social media hijinks. You know, so it's interesting. It's not a lot of information on MO3.
Man, but you know,
what do you mean?
Bootsy got shot in
he got shot going to his funeral.
Right. That's
going to MO3's funeral on the E-way. Yeah.
That's crazy.
And both of those, which we're gonna get to, our tin hat, you know, when all of that was going on, you know, well, no, you gotta believe everything that the government and the media tells you. Before you believe some random guy who meditates and uses his own brain.
Yeah, you gotta listen to Fox.
Yeah, yeah. Instead of listening to somebody who's been paying attention their entire life and developing their ability for, you know, higher discernment and things of this nature.
Yeah.
No. You'll listen to Tucker Carlson, somebody who was a staunch liberal, so he can make his money, and then realize he can make more money being a staunch conservative. And yeah, Tucker. You know, in fact, Self, I'm gonna go back and get some old Tucker.
Yeah.
Serve that up in some clips of old Tucker Carlson. Huh? Yeah, but it's pointless. It's pointless. But yeah, so we talked about some of the music outside. I do remember outside. You come outside. He's like Nate Dogg mixed with
found him after he got killed.
He was like a drill music. Go ahead. I'm sorry. My bad.
I really didn't really catch him and listen to him much out, you know, until he got killed. And then They were saying he was talented and he had songs. I'm like, who was this? And so, you know, I investigate a little bit.
Somebody murdered little buddy. Me,
Yeah.
But I had heard some of the songs. I just wouldn't have known.
I did too. But you know, but too many people sound alike, so I don't be knowing who these people are.
A lot of
Well,
homonyms.
at least at that time.
A lot of homonyms, huh? Sounded like.
Yeah. Whew. Yeah.
There's a lot. You know.
But he was individualized though. I mean, you know, when you heard him,
distinctive.
He didn't sound like some other guys. But you know, I still in my ignorance lumped them together. It was my ignorance that had me lump them together.
And here's another thing. You know, him, Doug, certain guys, Vaughn, they get clipped right when they're about to. You know what I mean? He was just getting MO3 was just getting that buzz and starting to work with all these big labels and big artists and features and like, he was a talented dude in the studio. I mean, you work in the studio, you've heard his music. You can tell that he knew what he was doing as far as, you know, microphone inflection and things of this nature.
And how he used his vocal.
Yeah.
I didn't always like what he said.
Content, right? Which is what you regurgitate.
Right. How he did his
delivered
his work is man.
Yes.
You know, it's masterful.
Yeah. Can't take that away from him, man. So outside it featured OG Bobby Billions. I've never heard of him. It's this top charting. I don't know if this thing was hallucinating because I've never heard of OG Bobby Billions. Can you fact check OG Bobby Billions? Don't tell me there's an OG Bobby Billions. The damn thing's hallucinating. Slapped shit out of you, ChatGTP. Having debuted on the Billboard Hot 100 at position 92 and remaining on the chart for 7 weeks. Another popular song by MO3 is Everybody Not Your Friend, which has garnered significant attention and it had a lot of clicks on those Spotify, and it featured Kevin Gates. Kevin Gates is from Dallas too, right? I know he's from Texas, but I'm not so sure about that.
I thought he was from Louisiana, but I'm not sure.
Maybe so.
There's an OG Bobby Billions.
And that's some shit. Is he white?
No.
He sounds like a name like that stuff. When we came up, he'd have been a white kid from the suburb. It would have been like in one of those movies, like what was that movie? Drinking liquor drinking a 40 ounce on the liquor because I'm rapping over Juice Street and Tupac. Remember that movie? It was a parody on
Juice and Gin, some.
Yeah, I don't know. It was genius though.
I gotta look it up too because
that was genius.
I didn't watch it.
Now he had the occasion, and on his albums, and he was a social media guy. And he got into that a little bit. I guess that's how they were promoting their music, trolling on the internet. I don't know if that was. Well, not, having back and forth. You're a grown man.
Oh, yeah, I did.
Somebody coming at you and you just trying to make your post self and somebody, you know what I mean? That kind of thing.
Yeah. I did hear that. That's kind of what, you're leading up to. What
Yeah.
Right. TATN.
I just don't know what good could come from this. With all the criminals, criminals, stick up kids and haters.
I always thought that was foolish.
And the IRS. I don't see all that cash since the PPP shams got they put a cap on that. When was the last time you seen all that cash? Remember, I kept asking myself where are they getting this cash. I even accused. Let me apologize to the Mexican drug cartels. I even accused the Mexican drug cartels of pumping that cash to our people. You remember that?
No, it was the American government. The government. they were the setup. It was the setup. Said, well, look how many we gonna catch.
Yeah, those are the little guppies that
ding these money out of here.
And then the whales, the pink whales who got away with the real money, who never did any of this, and they put the money in some Cayman accounts. That's where the real money went.
Man, this lady, they got her. They said she was the ringleader of the 6.5 million ring of PPP loans. She personally had 2 million herself.
Nope, had more than that.
Yeah, well,
you
already know that part.
Social, right? So there was that era. Those guys were getting a lot of notoriety. Doing stuff on it. Like, I'm not saying he was like desecrating graves or nothing like that, but he seemed like more to me like he was mainly like clapping back and just kind of holding his own. And yeah.
Okay.
All right, his tragic end. When was he killed? And first off, we said how old he was. So when?
November
when was he
11th?
killed?
November 11th.
What year?
Same year Vaughn was, like you said.
Yeah, 2020.
Okay.
Yeah, November 11th, 2020. He was 28. Now here's I remember we were talking.
Birthday.
Yeah.
Both of them. That shit was.
I remember we were talking about this, Self, because they said some witnesses. So here's the official report. While being pursued by another vehicle as he was driving on Interstate 35, so they say he was coming from, I forgot where they say he was coming from, and he noticed a car following him. So he hopped on he turned a couple of corners, car still on his ass, and he hopped on the E-way. And he said by then he realized it. So he stopped the car in front of a semi on the center lane. Keywan Dontrell White allegedly stopped his car as well and approached Noble, that's MO3, while he was in the car. MO3 tried to retrieve a weapon, but was unable to and ran south on the highway. White chased him and shot Noble, allegedly, multiple times with the rifle, one of them hitting him in the back of the head, before returning to his dark-colored vehicle. White fled in the car, believed to be a 2015 Chevy Camaro. Noble was transported to a local hospital where he was pronounced dead. So, the witnesses said that the way that car that was pursuing him was driving, the things that car was doing was stuff that professional law enforcement and high seat level spooks.
Yeah.
And then the headshots with the rifle. Come on, Self. Come on, man. Pookie and Ray, they might have a rifle. Don't get me wrong, but it usually, come on, man. But hey, but the way they said he was driving, that's what, to the point where Self, he got out the car and started running.
Yeah. Pursued him
because he knew he couldn't shake him in the car.
Hunting him.
Self, you would never get out of your car unless you knew you didn't have a chance of shaking whoever was on your tail in that car.
Yeah, period.
And he figured he can jump out in traffic with them far enough behind him and get away, and he ran them down too. I mean, that wasn't your average Pookie or Ray.
No, that's a spook.
Well, they said he was doing it because they was mad because MO3 allegedly was sleeping with the same girl that he was sleeping with. Then he drove heroically all over the city, you know what I mean, and shot him in broad daylight because of some female.
The spooks on the media, so
yeah. I'm not gonna argue with you there at all. At all. It was somebody professional. It could have been a hired professional hitman, and a lot of them are what?
Spooks.
Allegedly, in our opinion. Yeah. Yeah, man, because they another thing be weird, Self, they can never get to these guns. That'd be spooky, these spooky stories.
Yeah, because I didn't even hear that he had a gun. That's not the story.
So you think it's just all internet nonsense when they're talking about they always got it and they don't leave without it?
No, because what's the name? Shit jammed. They showed it out there. The same one he had in the video. His shit.
And the girl that was with him let some ride. So the girl that was with Duck got some shots off. So yeah. They was like that.
Yeah, his shit.
Well, I mean, according to his mom, he was, according to Mama Duck, he wasn't like
that. He had
that.
his gun.
According to Mama Duck, he wasn't like that. Big ups, Mama.
Yeah. Mama Duck, I don't know what's going on, but I feel for you. You lost 2 children. And pray for you because they were doing something.
I'm not saying he was doing nothing, but he was like that. He got all that respect and love from all those guys. I don't think he was just rapping.
He wasn't. That's for sure.
Yes, number love though, Mama D. Did they catch the alleged gunman? Self, to your knowledge, the whole story. It cleaned it up pretty quick.
You keep saying, the name and all of that.
Yeah, I do keep saying that. So I guess it's obvious now.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah.
You're right. So the story, I think. So I gave a story about the girlfriend, but I think somebody snitched. They got an alleged phone call from another spook who gave his name, and that's the only evidence the state has so far.
Well, that even proves more to me that he's a spook.
This dude got a whole case behind a random phone call.
Yeah, and it might just be a spook name, go in and go out the back door.
Because you remember
if he's spookish.
And you remember there's a whole lot of talk about the cleansing, so to speak. Remember that, Self? There's a lot of people talking about cleaning up the street, killing all these so-called killers. Remember, I forgot what they were calling it, but there's some serious discussions going on about.
I remember you mentioning that.
Yeah, I was offended by it. But I tell you what, seemed like a culling started happening. I don't know if they were killing each other or what the story was, but there was a whole culling, and things have seemed what since then?
Very suspicious.
Things have settled down. I mean, your boy Dirk, Dirk, the BD, allegedly, he
whose boy? I mean, I don't want, allegedly, not allegedly or any way other. I don't know Dirk.
I'm saying he's part of the nation now, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like he a lot of them are. All of them, they preaching peace. I don't know if they got flipped in the joint. A lot of times that's what happens. You know what I mean? They don't want to get their bums spit in.
Well, they know that you can't be like that and have the top spot and be
because you don't have a gun.
So your rise has to be. You gotta go away from that type of.
Because you don't have a gun.
No, because you don't
have all your goons around you protecting you.
Well, you have to go away from that because you want to be a top artist. They don't put those people out there.
Oh, you're literally saying that this is just some sort. This is a process.
Doing this, it's a process. If you running around doing this, they don't.
So it's a cleansing.
Yeah, they don't. There's a sacrifice.
You know who alleged some of the similar
and then you cleanse and you
Ernest
rise.
Raj kind of alluded. Remember, he became a monk. Clean up your name, clean up yourself. But then in Hollywood, they kind of hurt him because you got your, the Jewish people didn't like him because he became a Muslim. He said he got pink balled out there.
Yeah.
Said he got pink balled to this day because he became a Farrakhan Muslim.
Yeah.
And he wouldn't say the Negro Leagues was racist.
Of course he wouldn't say any foolishness like that. That's someone parroting Fox.
Oh, man. All right. So they did catch the gunman. Actually, 2 suspects were arrested for his murder. The gunman, the alleged gunman, Kewan Dontrell White, on December 9, 2020, and Devin Maurice Brown on April 23rd, 2021. Now, suspicious, Self? Let's put our 10 hats on. We got to get some 10 hats. Let's go ahead and put our 10 hats on here. We talked a little bit about No, I've underplayed the driving, but Self, the witnesses said that they've never seen anything like it.
Yeah, I heard that he drove him down to a point where he had to exit the vehicle and run. And yeah, that's not normal. And I was thinking he was exiting and running because he didn't have a weapon. I didn't hear anything about the weapon. That was the first time I heard about it, was when you said something. He couldn't get to it.
That's crazy. And he must have been busting at him the whole time. Because, you know what I mean? Like, he couldn't get to his weapon. That's the thing, Self. They let you have these weapons, but when you're driving, you got to what?
Lock him up.
You know what I have this thing for?
Not have him. Right.
Yeah. I said, how's it going to help me when that guy...
When the guy that ignores the laws, the guy that doesn't care about the law and is trying to steal your stuff, it comes up on you.
When the spook pulls up with the mask. Oh, so there was a lady spook who retired after 22 years. She got in it because her husband was a spook, and then she backdoored her way in. She was a honeypot from the beginning. They had her on his ass from the beginning, and he still doesn't know it, and she's still telling this damn lie. But anyway, she ultimately became in charge of like the disguises, and she said they worked with Hollywood, and she said that the mask they had, they sat down with President Bush, the one who used to be the head spook, the Daddy Bush, who was the director of the spooks and then became two-time president. This spook.
One time.
Now, this spook, she sat in a whole meeting with this spook with one of those masks that you're talking about that they can run around the neighborhood and then say Pookie did that to that white girl in the park. It was Pookie. It was 5 Pookies.
Yeah.
Now. She sat in a whole meeting with the former director of the White House and walked in with them, and nobody knew who. And she took the mask off. They got it on video. Took it off, and he was like, damn. And you know how long ago that had to be? The technology they had, how long ago that was, and what they could be doing today, Self?
It was when he was the director?
No, that's when he was president.
Oh, okay.
But still,
that was, what, 90?
Yeah. Think about how long ago that was.
92?
I don't know.
96? It was in between there. That's when he was president, right? Wait a minute. Yeah, Reagan was 2 terms.
January 2021, that was George W.
It was George W.? Oh,
but George W. was 2001. So
yeah,
who was before W? Clinton.
Yeah,
he had 2 terms. So 2092. Yeah, that dude had to be like 88 or something. Because I don't remember much of his presidency because we was having fun down there in the land of milk and honey.
Yeah, I just know it was one time they tried to blow up the World Trade Center.
But yeah, so I'm just saying, Self, imagine how those masks are now when you want to sit there and blame everything on Pookie and Ray.
Right. We know from just the YouTube videos. I mean, I'm sure it's much more advanced stuff than that.
So you're telling me that a bunch of them couldn't put on some of these masks and can't walk into a store and loot the store and then create a narrative?
Well, I'll just say this. There was a murder. Not murder. There was bank robberies. We did this on the show. There were bank robberies, and it was a white guy, but the black guy's mom turned him in.
Said that was him based upon what the mask looked like on the camera.
Yes, turned it in.
And he did time.
Yes. So it could be that whoever they've caught is not a spook, and they could have had his mask.
She turned him in because he didn't give her the bread, didn't tell her where the bread was, and he kept trying to tell her.
He didn't do anything.
That's what I'm saying, but she couldn't believe that. You know what I mean? So if you ain't gonna give me no
saw
bread,
it. They showed you right on the news.
And son, if you ain't gonna give me no bread, I pay all these bills, I raise you. How could you do that to your mama?
Thank goodness for that lady that turned that
snitched on her own son.
No, the lady that snitched on the guy who had the mask on.
Yes.
And God
that was
for
after
that
a divorce.
lady.
Yeah, after they fell out or something. Yeah.
And God for that.
Yeah.
Because, man.
He's sitting there right.
He'd be locked up.
He was. He did something. Yeah, and I think he got a nice little check, though.
That's crazy.
Man, how does that affect your relationship with your mom, fella? You'd have to forgive her. Because she...
Well, your mom, I don't think it was a scenario that you said. If it was a scenario you said, then I probably wouldn't forgive her.
It's tough.
But if you know, if I had my
So
mom,
if she showed up to court and pointed you out, the juror said that was the only reason they convicted him, because they said if a person's mama don't recognize their own sons, walk, gape, look.
well, she probably didn't see all of that. They showed her
She
a
didn't.
picture.
They
She
showed a
saw
still
it,
photo on
right,
the news.
right.
She
So
did.
that's the whole
You
thing.
right.
And if you got these religious mothers and all of that, and they right is right, and they're gonna do what's
You mean
right.
like some sort of Jehovah's Witness?
I mean,
Some sort of Seventh Day Adventist?
Yeah, they're gonna.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and some of
I
these
raised my
Baptists,
boy. I raised you.
Mission Baptists, and all of that. Them people, yeah.
Hey, that's a movie.
That was him. He did it.
Now that's a movie. I'd love to watch that. Who'd you star in it? Angela Bassett. She'd be the mama snitching. And I raised you better than that. And you'd brought your ass home last night. And you know what I mean? Yeah. And then came up to court. Who was it? Who did it? You tell us who did it. That white man.
Well,
you
you
tell
write
us
all of them in there. You need to write it. You write all of that right up in there.
You tell us. You right, so you tell us who did it. You know, they come standing there, something right there. Yeah, I raised that boy better than that. Mom, I'm trying to tell you, shut up. You know what I mean? No, you should be the one shutting up. Love your moms out there. You only get one. It's an interesting thing. I know one thing. If my son robbed, if I even thought that was my son, I wouldn't have snitched. Right here, America. Now, if they said he pistol whipped and did this and that and the third and some atrocious things, and you know what I mean, that's different. But you're telling me
they still got to do they still got to do their job, their due diligence.
Yeah, he ran in and got some cat. No, they don't look like my boy to me. I don't care what you say. Yeah, right, exactly. We can deal with that another way.
Yeah, right? I know how this whole system is and all of that, and I know that they're
Man, we could pull up we could pull up on a when the bank's closed, right? Or deliver that bank the money back in a overnight package. You know what I mean? Anonymously. It's all kind of ways to resolve this, but yes, snitching on your son for that. Like I said, unless it was a bunch of murder that took place in there, I don't know if I could,
knowing what I know, I believe my son.
That's what I'm saying. That's what makes it even better. Well, you just added a dynamic to the film. And now the husband's riding with the son. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, he said it's not him. I mean, I've known him all his life. I've seen him lie. I feel when he lies.
Did they check his alibi self? He had to have had an ironclad alibi. We got to research that and cover this, because I know we talked about it, but he had to have an ironclad alibi because it wasn't him. Maybe he was using his mom as an alibi. I was at home with my mom. I think that was the problem. I was at home. My mom was there.
She probably wasn't knowing the exact time this was happening or whatever, and saw the picture, and that's all she went off is the picture.
I did go take a nap, and that boy probably left in. The Lord told me.
Man, I can't. Never mind. We gotta get off of that.
Where did I go wrong? Where did I go? That's what I'm saying, Self.
Ridiculous.
But that's your boy. Now, what if it wasn't your boy? Well, it was your boy, and he was a different type of cat. You see, your boy, but what if your boy was like that? You know what I mean? And you was having trouble with him through the juvenile system.
And that's why they made a mask of him to
correct.
Get him.
That's why they made a mask of him and made sure his mother watch it on her news program. Man, she watches every day at 5 o'clock.
Yeah, she watches every news episode, every one of them.
Mm-hmm.
6 in the morning, 7. And
calling in tips on everybody.
12.
She's been calling in tips since 1986.
Man,
hitting that tip line.
But I don't think that dude was that. But I'm thinking this guy MO3 thing.
MO3?
Yeah, MO3, MO3. Oh my God. Oh, mistaken. Oh, please. MO3. Yeah. Yeah, it could be because whoever did what happened was a professional.
And headshot, Self. Running headshot.
And I'm not sure if the person that they have locked up for it is that.
Running headshot with a rifle. So you had a professional driver, and the other guy was probably the shooter. If there had to be two, because they arrested two. So you got witnesses, broad daylight, going to work. They're gonna say what they saw. I saw two people wearing black masks that made them look like black people. You know what I mean? Driving very professionally, like they were trained off road. Like you can't learn how to drive like the way they said that cat was driving, unless you do it all the time.
Yeah.
And like you said, I never understood why he got out of the car. Maybe the traffic backed him up. But why wouldn't he go on the shoulder or whatever? But that's what they said was happening. Those guys was riding on the shoulder, but they said it. Yeah.
It was very spooky. It was like, it was off-road. Because the story I heard that he got off-road and got stuck and had to get out of the car because he couldn't go anywhere further.
Yes. And what they said was, okay, say if somebody's chasing you to kill you, you're going to drive like the way you see people when they're running away from 12, they go the opposite direction. If you're suicidal or you know you're going to die or be killed anyway, you might as well drive like super recklessly, because the guys chasing you, the cops or the hitmen, they want to go home. They should be saying rational stuff like, all right, man, let's pull off. We don't want to hurt no innocent people, and we don't want to die trying to kill him. So for somebody to,
but the driver they got
wasn't even a risk.
Yeah.
Yeah. Probably ex-NASCAR, who was a spook the whole time he was what?
NASCAR.
Yeah, NASCAR spook. Working his way up, asking questions. Who was that? But they don't work inside the United States. According to their charter, they can't work inside the United States.
Well, there are plenty of people who former associates and work there, officials and such, that say otherwise.
They've confirmed it?
Yes, they confirmed it.
All right. Now they did go crazy about him in Dallas. It was a very big funeral. Like, I suppose it came out like Fluky Stokes almost. And it was really amazing to me, because to your point, I hadn't even really heard of him. And then I went and started listening, like, okay, that's him. Then there was some other
he
songs.
did a whole record with Boosie, so that.
Yeah, man.
They said it was a mixtape. I don't know. We wouldn't, but I'm saying he has a following. Like really has a following.
Boosie, huge.
Yes. Yeah, that's what I mean. So I mean, the fact that he did that and
he's got a whole fraternity as a noob.
No, you can stop that mess.
Oh, okay, I'm gonna have to run the proof because this guy apparently. All right, go ahead. Finish your thought while I pull up the picture.
Don't put up that BS. That's not proof. That's not receipts. That's foolishness. So don't waste your time pulling up that BS. That's completely capped.
Well, he apologized.
You could send it to Cap. So I mean, then it's Cap. So don't bring that up. Let Cap TV put that up.
Yeah. Well, that's the whole point. Yeah, that's good. My point is this. Bootsy did have a huge following. He had some sort of cult following. He was on Vlad TV every week talking, stand-up guy. Stand-up guys don't snitch, but they talk every week to a known fed. It's such a conundrum, this world I live in.
He just give his opinion. He ain't put nothing on nobody.
Not saying he is or he isn't. It's just
one thing.
It's awfully weird.
Well,
that's a lot of talking for somebody who doesn't like people talking.
I saw an interview with him, and he's like, "Shit, 30,000 to go on there. I get 30,000 to go on there." And he said that's better. It's safer and easier than doing a concert.
Let me tell you something. You probably don't understand it, and this is for all the Choctaw Nation. Choctaw,
you're right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you if you're not.
Yeah. Yeah. Anything you say to those people can and will be used against you. Now, I'm not saying he's ratting. I'm just saying, for a stand-up guy like that to be talking to a known Fed for $30,000, telling you why he's doing it for money. No, his times have changed. That's all.
Have you ever heard him tell on anybody or tell anything incriminating?
No, but can you see Tony Montana, the Godfather, sitting there like that? Larry Hoover. Can you see a Jeff Ford if they were still on the street? Can you see? I'm talking to your everyday gangsters. Can you see some of the gangsters you may personally have known?
This is an entertainment person. This, I mean,
Yeah, but
he did some
he's a
gangster
known.
stuff.
Oh, come on.
Right.
Wait a minute. What are you saying about Vlad now? He's what? Entertainment. He's a culture vulture.
I was talking about Boosie, not Vlad.
Right,
Fuck
but that's
Vlad.
what I'm saying. But the guy is sitting on a culture vulture show and getting paid every week, even after the guy didn't apologize to the honorable minister.
I don't
Louis
think he cares
Farrakhan
about.
after lying.
Honestly, I don't think he cares about Farrakhan.
That's my point.
Right.
But,
I don't think.
Well, that's one of my points. But my other point is that, he's a stand-up guy. And
I'm not saying
it's
right or wrong. I mean, he said why he did it. He ain't never told on nobody or snitched on nobody on there. He just tells his shit. That motherfucker asks him some shit. He gives his opinion.
So I'm not saying that's what I'm saying, and that's what happens when you talk to cops. You give your opinion, and then the DA come in there or the federal attorney, they come in there and they put it all together. That's what that son of a gun was doing with the Tupac case. Next thing you know, he's in a penal system. Somebody's probably knocked him out and spit in his bum by now.
No, this guy was tricking on himself.
Yeah, well, I
ain't heard Boosie trick on nobody. He might say some ignorant ass shit, whatever. But I ain't never heard him tell on nobody or talk about, he might
open
tell
cases.
Tell Dwayne Wade he shouldn't let his son cut his penis off. But
he'll talk like that. Yeah, that's true.
He just says a bunch of
true.
Ignorance, a lot of it.
But
and it's his opinion. And
okay, so maybe his presence is giving that culture vulture branding and credibility.
It is
that from certain members in our society, and then it's allowing them to come on there and snitch on themselves. And that's what I'm saying. And he's a boss, calls himself a boss and a CEO, and you're still doing it for $30,000. Ain't started your own podcast yet. As far as I'm concerned, you're wearing the shirt, you apologize, but as far as I'm concerned, you're a bitch. You know what I mean? I mean, get your money. I don't mean, and big ups to you.
And he said it's safer than doing concerts for him because he's done some stuff. Maybe he's an entertainment figure, but he's done some stuff that he got off for.
All right, well, Bootsy, come join the Self Luv Show. We'll ask you questions.
Get back, gang.
Yeah, we'll ask you questions. Won't we, Self? We'll talk to you. Yeah, serve you up questions and let you sit there and talk. You know what I mean? But no, I don't mean that. But I'm just saying, bro, it just seems funny. Because everybody says that he's a really stand-up guy. Like he's really like that. That's what I'm saying.
That's why I kind of believe.
And everybody around him is like that. And he's giving Vlad credibility. King Von. I couldn't have seen King Von going on there every week. Lil Durk.
I mean, people from Chicago is cut different. We don't trust these people from the jump. He asked certain questions to people from Chicago, and they looked at him and didn't really answer any other questions during the whole interview. Can't think of who it was, but I saw the interview. I was like, whoa.
Oh, it was your boy.
Before I stopped watching
They let the GDs in the dough. What's his name? He was Duck Boy. He was off 63. He was one of them. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
But
you got in, you wasn't really watching Vlad.
I don't watch him. When I hear his voice, I go to the next clip or whatever it is. Because I definitely won't watch his channel in any way, shape, or form. But when his clips come up, I just can't even support that guy.
Yeah, well, the MO3 was truly loved by fans. It was evident. And then to your point earlier, Boosie shows up more to our 10 head conspiracy theory, pulls up to his funeral, and the same thing allegedly happened too. So, I mean, they had them cornered on the E-way, but the difference was Boosie had them guys with him and started letting them things go. Yeah. And Boosie got shot in the leg.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy.
And had to drive away. They had to drive away, man.
Yeah.
He said he talked about that on Vlad, but he was like, he didn't get no details on, but yeah, he said, man, yeah. And the way he was acting, you know how you get them professionals on your ass. You know the difference between that and Pookie and Ray Ray. Man. Everybody know the difference between 12 who's been shooting at a target, you know what I mean, for 50 years, X number of hours a week, you know what I mean? And there's a bunch of them trained, and just like when
shit, not even 12, but military motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Really trained.
Special ops and some of them become
shit,
12.
You trained more to be a barber in a beauty salon.
But some of them become 12 though.
Yeah,
Former military.
Now when they become 12, that's a whole different story than
so they can keep doing their shenanigans.
Yeah. So
but yeah, man, they said that's crazy, man. Even what's his name? They called him the Chicago Reaper. Your boy DJ Academics, Lil Reese.
Oh.
He got shot in Manson, man. If you ever saw that video of the guys who popped out on him and shot him, bro, and the way they was holding the weapon, and that shit wasn't Pookie and Ray Ray.
Right.
Shot him through his neck.
Shit, he just got his ass whooped the other
time. That wasn't Pookie and Ray Ray either. They said it was a veteran cop. Right. And even then the bullets was flying, and he ain't been the same since. But when they showed it, when he got shot in the neck, and they said he was just trolling on the internet, and they was like, where you at? And they pulled right up. I mean, people train, don't get me wrong, but it didn't look like, I mean, it could have been higher hitman, because there's a lot of that going on too, so.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what I mean? He took a shot right through his neck. What label was
Like you insinuated earlier, most of these have been
Wait, let me cue you up. 588-2300
Empire.
Yeah, it is. For those dirty rings. Empire Records. And of course, Badass HSM or $H$M. So
Boosie.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you had to have another label, because mainly the people with Empire did the distribution part.
Yeah. That's what I'm telling you. They're the tentacles.
Yeah, well, I mean, these people are all lined up.
You're independent, Tori, but I got my tentacle right up your bum. Yeah, you're independent. You know what I mean? Still got a tentacle up your bum.
They're saying it's a partnership, but
you call it what you want. Tentacle up your bum. And if you don't have this tentacle up your bum, you're not going to sell many records. You know what I mean? It's just not going to do it. You know what I mean? This tentacle here is a lot of people eating off of this that's been gangsters and stuff, been in the industry for a long time that have invested in Empire. You know what I mean? And that type of thing is bigger than any particular artist and any artist's families and their personal feelings, things of that nature. So if you want to make it, you're going to have to either let somebody, knock you out and spit in your bum, drag you to Epstein Island, or put the tentacles in your bum, and they're going to call it a partnership, to Brother Wordsmith's points. 187 bars. Empire Records.
At any rate, and they have a life insurance policy that will greatly
this is what I've been
pay
saying.
them. So,
Yes.
I don't know if that's necessarily a tentacle in your bum, but it's definitely one for them to be like, hey, shit, he's worth more. Man, we can get this.
Yeah.
He's almost at that cusp. That's when we can get the big out on the insurance.
Yeah.
Send them boys.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know.
With the mask, let's set up. We're gonna make a mask of this guy. Let's make one guy knows. We'll say he's doing his girl. Put that mask on these guys.
Do you think if we had our own team of spooks, as we talked about for Silverdale, and we put a team of some sort of coloreds, gave them some computers and books, and when you know how Hollywood does, and get in a particular training, brought in people from Hollywood, showed them this and that. Do you think after 20 years or so, and we get AI involved, that we can't, now be able to have our own mask that we can use in certain situations for hijinks and shenanigans?
Well, I am certain that the inventor of said mask is one of us.
And he's also what?
A spook.
And he's also what?
Making it,
dead.
selling it.
He's probably dead.
No, he's probably working with them. He's making the best of them.
Yeah. Usually when you got the formula, once they get the formula, you're dead.
Not if you work within their confines, because the formula is only for the mass production. They need the specialties for the spooks.
Mm-hmm. Check the history of it. You create some sort of fancy technology. Once the government gets their hands on it, you're going to find yourself dead, in spite of what Brother Wordsmith is espousing right now.
Well, now, if it's water engine and things that's going to stop whole kind of things, but
like economies and stuff.
These masks are on the market, so that tells
me. We mean they're on the market.
You can buy those masks.
Yeah, not the mask that you.
Right, not the mask. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's why the guy is probably still around.
Whatever technology it was, she was saying it's the flexibility of the mask. They're probably using real human cadaver skin or something. I wouldn't put it past.
I wouldn't
put it past.
Man, they got ability to make things with nanos.
Yeah,
they have these those 3D printers.
3D printers that can print up cells and stuff like that. Yeah,
so,
literally face off, face on.
Yeah,
that's crazy. So somebody could be talking to you, and it could be your identical twin. And if they're trained properly, you can have a whole conversation with them and never know that you had a conversation with your identical twin. And then until they say something, that a code or something that you and your twin have given to each other, and that only your twin would know, it would just blow your mind.
Yeah. Got a lot going on here.
Yeah. So, yeah, man. We've got our different theories on this. They said that one of the guys went to jail. This is according to end of sentence. Jake, 1090 Jake or whatever, he said that he just went back to jail because he was out on house arrest for the MO3 case. He went back to jail for allegedly shooting his misgender tranny girlfriend. Sounds like a lot of spooky discrediting now. Now we're gonna, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what that sounds like. But who knows?
Who knows? The mama came out and the mama's got receipts. And like you said, who knows? Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? That industry, bro.
Everything ain't the spooks, but
true.
A lot of it is.
True. Once you sign with Empire, anything goes.
Apparently, because we did 5 or 6 people there were unalived.
Yeah, we know of. Because they sign acts of every genre. My algorithm probably wouldn't send me when some country person on their label, whacked himself. And, they always say suicide when it's them. Don't they? We believe that. Boy, white boy or white girl swallow some pills, boy, don't nobody ask no questions. Yeah, sad. Pop those pills, killed himself, sweep it right under the rug, boy. Corner be like, he's got 40 pills that are lodged in his throat. He couldn't get down, but yeah, suicide.
Yeah. Fucking Guitar Genius, 3 times more than you can actually drink. Still in his stomach. He drank that though. Okay.
Yeah, you're talking about 3 times more than you could drink before any human would pass out. An elephant would have passed out.
Yes.
Yeah.
Jimi Hendrix.
Yeah. He's got spit in his bum. All right. Now, you got anything else to say? All right, wrap up and go to your last words here, fella.
No, he was a very talented artist.
Extremely.
I didn't like his content per se. Not all the time. Sometimes it was okay.
Mm-hmm. It's
actually.
palatable. Yeah.
But did not deserve this result per se.
Jealousy.
I hate to see, I don't know what this is all about, but seem like
plain and simple. Jealousy.
The way it's going, the way the system is moving towards. Yeah. Unfortunately.
Plain and simple.
Hopefully we can get some higher vibration music.
Yeah. So you don't make yourself an easy target, because state's saying it's plain and simple. Jealousy. Open and shut. Showing his jewelry and money on the internet. Sleeping with the dude's girl, the same girl. Jealousy. That's what they're going to sell to their jury. Yeah. And you guys are to ignore the professor, the witnesses who talked about how the car was driving. That testimony won't even be presented to the public defender. Now, as we wrap up today's podcast and we reflect on the life and legacy of the late MO3, whose music and story have left an indelible mark on the hip-hop community. His raw emotion and authenticity in his lyrics spoke to many, creating a bond with fans that transcends beyond the beats. We thank you, the listeners, for joining us on this journey through MO3's world, which is tough to dig into. Very little is presented about MO3. Seriously. His struggles and his triumphs. Your engagement and your support make the exploration into the art and the heart of 187 bars possible. Until next time, keep the memory of MO3 alive by letting his music continue to inspire you to face your own challenges with the same courage, tenacity, and honesty that he did. Thanks for your ear. If you have any feedback, questions, concerns, corrections, or suggestions for future episodes, feel free to contact us. You can hit us in the comments or text or call 424-900-6945. That number's pinned in the chat. We'd love to hear from all of you and learn more about your thoughts and opinions. If you'd like to appear on the Self Love Show, any suggestions for guests or show topics, we're all ears as well. Until next time, stay curious and keep dreaming. Remember, ask not what our culture can do for you, damn it, but what you can do for our culture. And as always, question everything. The Self Love Show ain't Kansas. Dorothy, peer down those rabbit holes and do your own research. Use caution and discernment, because sometimes when you stare at the abyss, then, well, guess what? The abyss is going to stare right back at you. Peace, self-love, honor, and respect. And fella, house stock, baby. House stock.
Y'all know how the story go. Man, I'm telling you, if you want a great time.
So, you and DJ Wabatala. Abtabala?
Obatala.
Obatala. You and DJ Obatala can make a nice little song, bro. I'm talking about, man, a banger. Like, here's what I'm thinking. Matrix. You know that scene in the Matrix when they were down in there and the machines were coming and tonight we're gonna party. Yes, a banger self and then house stop. doom, 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 house stop, doom, 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 house stop. Beats, DJ Wapatabla is just the guy to know the type of beats I want. You might even be
Obatala.
Here we go. You might even be able to get DJ Will involved too, because he's been into his African essence, but make it a house African essence.
Okay.
DJ Big Will.
Yeah, DJ Big Will. I agree with DJ Big Will.
He's been getting into his African essence with a lot of his beats. He's been making his own music.
Yeah.
He's got a lot of African rhythms.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm just saying, Self, that'll be tight, boy. And then, because what it's going to do is program to go in every year, and they come there, boy. You bring it in for about 9 minutes every time. You take out, play random music, then you bring it back in. You go there tonight, we party. You know what I mean? Huh? Yeah. I think you should let someone who descended from Odin dress him up in something Greek and let him come out there and give the speech.
Unfortunately.
Oh yeah, he never shut up. Oh my God. Could you imagine letting him come out there and give him a look?
Or show up.
If he did show up, that guy would not. Oh my God. Self, you tell him, yeah, just 1 minute, leading into it, and then we with you. And then I talked to his dad. His dad was a Kappa, but he was from Pi Chapter. You ever been to Pi Chapter? I remember I went to Pi Chapter, and we had a good time at Pi Chapter. And then we went from there, and I met this guy from Harvard.
Stop. I don't care to hear all of that.
Oh, shit. Oh, right there. We're at house stock here. Did you forget where we are?
All right. House stock. We can forget about all of that we just talked about. So, in between house stock and house
stock, baby.
Go to edit that out.
House
stock.
House stock. And you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna get a record made, and it's gonna be tradition. You know what I mean?
That makes sense.
Don't it? That'd be cool, boy. Yeah, and they had you for the vocals, boy. That'd be cool. You gotta come up with something like, how to be talking that shit. And we come out to house stock. You leave family at home. We leave family. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You gotta come up with a chant. You know what I mean? We're on the same vibration. We're on the same.
Host the house stock. Host the house stock.
Oh, she can do stuff like that?
Yeah, I mean, she does it the whole time during house stock, actually, live.
Nice.
So we need to, I need to figure,
Nice and long.
Yep.
All right, fellas. So, so house stock, y'all support, click that link. There's also a raffle going on, and you can hit the number, text the number to chat for information.
Yes,
so the riddle was... I typed it in the chat. I speak.
Ace answered it too.
Did he? Let's see if there's some sort of processing, some sort of color. Ace gave the same answer you gave.
Yeah, I mean,
exact same answer you gave. You know what? It's an AI question and answer. I'm gonna trust the AI over the humans who I've known forever and trusted, their wisdom.
Genre.
I speak of streets and beats where shadows dwell. My tales are raw. They break the silence like a bell. I'm not a bandit, but my words can steal the show. What am I? A genre as real as they go. Now, both the Leo guys.
Gangster rap.
There you go. There you go.
I mean, it's still rap.
There you go. Is it hip hop? Is it hip hop? It's gangster rap, hip hop.
It's a genre.
You've been on record as saying you don't consider gangster rap hip hop. So you guys clearly entered hip hop.
The whole thing is the genre.
That's
what throws everything off. Gangster rap is not a genre. It's rap and hip hop.
I don't know. That to be debated. And I would have accepted GTP would have accepted trap rap or drill rap. I mean, come on. You guys are saying hip hop. Are you telling me Melly Mel? None of this has to do with Melly Mel or.
But when it says genre, that's what throws everything off because that's what I answered.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah. If you guys would have said rap, it would have been somewhat more
Well, that's about.
It would have had more
rap,
decorum than
I had
hip hop, in
rap
my opinion.
/ hip hop. If you look at the answer I put up there.
Both of you guys would have been sent to the LD classes for the
No,
mentally
I put
slow.
rap / hip hop
AMH
up
school.
there out there.
Well, MH Ray School, you guys would have been sent down there.
No, they would have had me at the top of the class. You already know.
Answers like this, but like I said, you guys got it right. I mean, we'll accept it. We have no choice but to accept it. And two people got it, so obviously there's something wrong with the AI.
The genre is the thing. A genre as real as they go.
Mm-hmm.
That's what.
Mm-hmm. And you don't consider trap rap or drill raps genres, gangster rap, but
no, I don't. I think of it as rap.
Well, hip hop technically is not a genre. Hip hop is a culture.
Well, I'm talking about as far as music concerned.
Right.
It is a genre. It's rap and hip hop.
These are the debates ChatGPT needs to hear so they can come up with the right answers. So we'll give you guys credit. You know, we have to give them credit. Two humans said that. Yeah, it's right. Yeah, it's not wrong. So partial credit. We wouldn't have sent them to the slow classes. All right, good job. Because they tried. They showed up to school because they don't even show up in them slow classes. Boy, I used to see them like, damn, nigga, you still. Yeah. Yeah, my mama didn't come home. Yeah, we got to get focused. All right. So then we got next week, Self. You got any topics in mind? Yeah.
Oh, well, I was thinking of this DJ, but he's got a set on Tuesdays, so that's probably not going to work until some other time.
Yeah.
So.
All right, well, we'll figure it out, man. And y'all check us out on Politics, man. We going up on Mouthpiece Included. I'll tell you what, that Ace and that what's his name, DJ E. Prado. I'll tell you what, for great debates on Just in Time versus Caleb.
Man. Yeah, one is in love with one and the other's in love with the other. It's like he Prado. He acts like Justin Fields is a bum.
Yeah.
That's the way he talks about it.
Yeah, that's what he talks about. Like he's a bum. Like he's worse than Mitch Trubisky.
I mean,
like he's shown no progress every year.
He can't hit anybody open that drops the ball.
Like he's the reason they were losing instead of he's the reason why they were somewhat in the games. You know, Self, how you can go to MP and you get stuck with 4 bums and you can come out there and be competitive out there before the regulators showed up. You was out there competitive. Remember, came down the last shot. You was out there competitive with 4 bums. That's what we expect. That's why everybody weren't saying LeBron was the GOAT. You know, we expected him to have players come to him if that's what it took. You can see Michael Jeffrey Jordan running around there chasing it. No,
not at all. And the whole NBA at that point, there was, even though later on Barkley and Pippen and went to Houston,
and
Houston
they were doing it.
Take people.
Yeah.
Well,
Barkley, you're right. Barkley went to
Olajuwon
Houston before. Barkley went to Phoenix, ran to Phoenix, but that was a trade. That was a trade.
That was.
Yeah. So.
He chose to go to Houston.
Right. And that's when Pip, Yeah, they did build, and Portland too. Remember, Portland put together a super team that never did it crap either.
Yeah. They lost to the Lakers, I believe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but the NBA, man, the refs and the narrative.
Charles Barkley even say he was terrible when he was in Houston. He stole money.
We be forgetting about when the refs be cheating though. You know what I mean? I'd be like, I swear I don't want to forget this narrative. You know what I mean? Like, so even when some of them series the Bulls got swept, or when one of that series they got swept with the Pistons. And I'm just saying, some of those earlier series, it was some of those series, bro. We were getting cheated, man. Even early in my career, and I know you remember now that I mentioned it. They were straight up bullshitting Mike, man. He wouldn't get no. Yeah,
they couldn't call
man.
a foul every time down the court. You're a young buck, Mike.
Yeah, man. It was a lot
Yeah.
of bogus calls, bro. I was like,
They
okay,
was
I heard
beating
that.
his ass.
Yeah.
They was beating his ass. I mean, once they was like, okay, this is the dude, we beat his ass, and then everybody else was gonna fall in line.
And then Money learned that, all right, I just got to put my knee on these guys, man. You know,
I gotta work through that. So
yeah.
I gotta
Cut 'em
be
away.
like when you do that, it no longer affects.
Yeah. He got stronger.
Yeah.
Got mentally tougher. Learned that little fade away. Like he learned how to use all man, come on, man. I don't know. You know, once we stopped on TATN discussing the whole GOAT conversation, and like seriously, when people in my life, they come to me, they ban on Michael Jordan. Shut up. You know what I mean? And seriously. That's what I tell them. You're ridiculous. Yeah.
One guy it's going on 22 years and has never had a major injury and spends $1 million a year on his
Well, he's
body.
got a special machine that nobody knows who invented it.
And that other guy is the GOAT, Michael Jordan, from my opinion.
He's got a special machine, so it kills me how they just say that. And I'm like, man, shouldn't they be selling this? Like you just said, they were mass producing the mask, the CIA mask. Shouldn't they be selling these compression machines, $50,000 version?
Everybody don't have $1 million a year.
$10,000 version of it. Couldn't they make a little cheaper version of it too?
No, you gotta have like $1 million a year for this one.
All right. I think Lance Armstrong had that too. Remember, Lance Armstrong had a lot of stories.
I don't even think he was paying $1 million a year either.
Nah. Remember, he was arrogant. He's talking about how much smarter his team was. He was a dickhead. Remember, we're smarter than everybody, and we have better nutritionists. Boy, that's how.
Oh my God!
Remember they was questioning Lance for years. Remember the
rumors? Because they're like, wait a minute, this dude, he goes faster up the hill. Like, what is? That's where he leaves everybody going.
Bro, he was offended that somebody would question him. I guess LeBron don't want to do that to himself, huh? Have me talking about him years later.
Don't nobody really talk about that though. I mean, some little whispers right now, but
you're right. It's a lot of guys I'll be forgetting was on the juice, and it's a lot of guys I'll be forgetting tested positive for the juice because there was so many of them. You just forget, And like you said, nobody brings it up. Like in every interview, you took the juice. Remember, so back in the day, you couldn't come on nobody's show and not talk about the big thing. You talk about whatever's going on. You got a book, you got marriage, you got kids. You remember
that's when the media was wide open and there was like some free press, and it wasn't 7 companies holding it all down.
Light up a cigarette.
Oh man, we done went way off the rail. We
way off the rail. Interviewer, light up a cigarette. Yeah. I got the producer in my ear too. Like, what the hell's going on? All right.
We're in politics.
I got the producer.
Y'all already do that shit, right?
The producer's in my ear. All right, so this brings me to my personal favorite part of the whole shebang, and that's Wordsmith's final words out there. House stock, baby.
Here we are again. 187 bars. It's not a friend. I don't like doing these shows because the souls we lost paid the cost. Could have took her from being lost. So many of us have crossed the wrong line. The system don't like what we say inside.
it's over for us. It's no longer in the God they trust because it seems like it's money. And that ain't funny. Man, it seems the empire is at least complicit, allegedly. How can they explain this level of people signed to them get slain? Something gotta change. It's time for us to rearrange what we're going through, man. Make it simple and plain, and explain what we need to move through. Make sure that we continue to sharpen our artisticness in every venue. Because the people are up against the system. We gotta do what we gotta do to hit the rhythm, the frequency, to vibrate through any wall, to pirate the whole situation. Because the system ain't really in the giving, it's only in the taking. That's why they feed you bacon. The mistake we've been making is what we take in, and it ain't the food, it's where we begin. It's the media that torture your brain, teach you something that drive your ass insane, thinking that all this shit is sane, cause it's all going against my grain. They murder us for nothing. Words.
Words. Programs. Yes, sir. Words. My man, we close it out.
Do you think you are the one?
Honestly, I don't know.
You know what that means? It's Latin. Means know thyself.
Terminology means know thyself.
Yes, sir.
Bullets.
Man, know thyself. I will
Stand
eat
your
the right
ground.
foods that I grow myself. Cause the wrong way stole my health. I'm glad to be me now and nobody else. Man, know
Eye for an
thyself.
eye.
I will eat the right foods that I grow myself. Cause the wrong way stole my health. I'm glad to be me now and nobody else. Yo, here I go again, the code and all the scriptures, potions and elixirs.
Yes, sir.
Hope you get the picture. Frame it right, say goodnight.
See
Folks are
something,
getting sicker.
you better
Choking on
say
their liver.
something.
Hope that I delivered. Puzzled all the ministers, asking no attorneys. I spoke that unfamiliar tongue that baffled all the clergy. My soul is like a living drummer, mastering the earthly. I wasn't in their lessons and they pastors never heard me. I'm out of the curriculum.
Charity
like the
plus
Merovingian,
melody
righteous ghetto
times
Indian,
love is
Asiatic
freedom.
gentlemen, raised to average simpleton, neophytes and hierophants, cardinals and bishops, marches with their fists up, envision ancient battles, steady arches with their wrists up, lyrics for the stick up, kids storm for a stick up. I came to elevate the world, my heart would never give up. My mind forever focused, there's a time forever lotus. Until it's yours, we breaking and keep shining so they notice. They say the student's ready, the teacher appears, cause he was always there, you just didn't see he was here. It's time to make the people aware. Time to make the people aware. Man, know thyself. I will eat the right foods that I grow myself. Cause the wrong way stole my health. I'm glad to be me now and nobody else.
Vibration.
Man, know thyself. I will eat the right foods that I grow
charitable for a
myself.
so-called enemy and
Cause the
end
wrong
the
way
beast.
stole my health. I'm glad to be me
say help
Nah,
people.
nobody else. Many secrets in my lyrics, come and see if you can hear it. You never die when you breathe in the Holy Spirit. Swine ain't divine, the people they won't go near it. Salad bar, spinning not your average hard here to bring you back to God center, just like Master Far sent you. The ain't always happy like a back massage stripper. Bring it back to stars, Mr. Zodiac, a law picture like a pillar in the canopy. I'm glad our hearts differ. Unique and all expressing this a classic art picture for the homies feeling lonely with a rather large dinner. Sitting at the bar with another glass of hard liquor, give a toast. Your existence blowing smoke's my prescription. Reality's a casualty when folks live in fiction. Holy hope for permission from the post. Intermission, this is broken inhibition. Dangerous epiphany, you open every Christian saying nature is a mystery. Study ancient history, paging all pagans, calling all sages. Wall to wall haters in the temple of the mental. This is all a false matrix. Hoping that the Lord saviors bringing back our pure status. Our pure status. Man, know thyself. I will eat the right foods that I grow myself. Cause the wrong way stole my health. I'm glad to be me now and nobody else. Man, know thyself. I will eat the right foods that I grow myself. Cause the wrong way stole my health. I'm glad to be me now and nobody else.
Free to God.
I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. Being the one is just like being in love. No one can tell you you're in love, you just know it. Through and through. Balls to bones.
Still got him.
Got mine.
Love, honor, and respect yourself. Peace and love.